in the run-up to Live 8 and the G8 meeting at Gleneagles in 2005, Bob Geldof travelled to Africa to film a TV series, Geldof in Africa. He visited Ghana and was crowned Chief of Development in a town called Bisease. He wrote about this in a book to accompany the series. This film examines the impact of Geldof's crowning. Have you ever heard of Bob Geldof?
Oh, no, never.
Or Bono?
No.
Have you ever heard of Bob Geldof or Bono?
No, never.
Have you ever heard of them?
No.
For me, this year is the 20th anniversary of Live Aid, and many of you were there then, at home, or at Wembley, or anywhere around the world. And its work is unfinished, so much so that over the 4 weeks of Christmas, yet again, you gave to Africa, through Band-Aid, $30 million. And Live Aid's work is unfinished too, because as much as our personal charity saves lives, and it does, it cannot unravel the barbed tangle of poverty, unjust trade, debt, and corruption. So this is the year, and this must be the year, because if it isn't this year, then when? And I am tired of the politics of being nice. I want the politics of responsibility.
He told his people I was going to be his development chief. They cheered, they sang songs, they dressed me in togas and gold, a gold crown, necklace, sandals, and many rings. So many rings it will make me Puff Daddy blush. That night, when I went to the bar in town, as I entered, the bar rose and respectfully murmured, "Nana," and the women bowed and were walking in front of me, walked backwards in a low bar, even in the street. Cool. What? Who does he think he is?
Okay. It's actually north of Ajumako.
Ajumako, okay.
There. And there's one over here which is straight up the Cape Coast Road.
Okay, give me a minute, let me do another call.
Having read about Geldof's crowning as a chief in a town called Bisease, our Ghanaian friends urged us to visit the place and find out what it meant for people there. It turns out there were rather a lot of Biseases, and finding the right one took some doing.
Man be fear brooch, friend Bob Geldof. Or Montbay G8 Summit, no, or no, your concert Cassibiana, or Muhuno TV sono.
Have you heard of Bob Geldof?
What's the Ati? A Jimbo friend of Bob Geldof.
Bob Geldof.
Have you heard of Bob Geldof?
No, never.
A white man who came to Bisease.
Or Bob Bisease.
And was made a chief.
Yes, I quite remember.
Was it this Bisease?
Yes, that time Bisease.
Okay. Thank you. Bisease. But it's a town, not a village. My name's Terry Dingle. Hello. Do you know Bob Geldof? Do you know him?
What's it in him now?
Oh, I saw him one day.
Okay. One day. Is it?
Maybe another day.
Okay, he said he slept in this room.
Oh,
this
okay.
house.
He stayed here. Okay. Are you in the picture?
What's it?
This is the man.
Okay, he
That's
said
the
this is
man.
Geldof.
And then this went to the chief's house.
Okay. Okay, this is the chief's house. Here.
Yes.
He said he wants to give us a seat.
So this is where Bob Geldof stayed.
What's name?
Yeah.
This is where Bob Geldof stayed.
Okay. Thank you so much. Is it normal to make a white man from Britain a chief?
Oh, no, not at all. And this is
Okay, no.
It's a special order.
Okay, it is actually not normal, but this is a special kind of thing that was done for him.
Did he sit here?
Yeah, no, but here. Yeah,
He was
here,
here.
not there, yeah.
Okay.
He sat here, he slept here.
Did Geldof drink the apoteshi? He's not saying. We left the chief's house with Mr. Odufu. He wanted us to see the town and meet the Council of Chiefs. We had no idea what to expect.
The town is very big, but no improvement.
Sadly, like many towns in Ghana, Bisseasse's development needs were more than evident. Nothing had changed since Bob's visit.
Hello, nice to meet you. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm sorry we couldn't ring you. We didn't know the right name of the right Bisseasse. We're making a film.
Geldof.
Yeah, we're making a film about Geldof,
Yeah.
about development, about hip-hop, and we want to know what your views are.
On development.
Yeah.
We need more. Plenty. Look at our roads.
Sure.
See the roads?
Yeah.
We have big drainage. Very big gutters. We don't have market.
You don't have a market.
We don't have market.
What? There's no buildings for
For market, yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, we have the area.
Okay. And what are the main jobs people do here? The main jobs people have here? Farming.
Our major crops, cocoa farm. Apart from the cocoa farm, we have cash crops like cassava, maize, cocoa, yam, plantain, but in a small scale.
Small scale.
Yeah, because of money.
So it's not generating enough to really develop the place?
Yes.
Okay. And what about mechanization? Do you have tractors and mechanization here?
No, we don't have them.
Okay, so it's hand tools.
Yes, we use hand tools, cutlass, hoe, and others.
Okay, so it's hard.
It's very hard.
Okay.
Want more? Because the population here is about 27,000 people.
Really? What, in Bisseasse?
Bisseasse alone.
Sorry, Frank, I don't want
Yeah.
you to get run over. There's 27,000 here.
We need market. We need hospital. Then factory. Then to extend our kola nut plantation. Then our school. The roads too.
Obi nso ka edwuma wɔ ha, obi si nsu ɔbɛkɔ bia ne fie ɛna ne ho ka ho.
Pipe-borne water. We need pipe-borne water. We need them.
You need pipe.
Pipe-borne water. In everybody's house.
Why was a white man made the chief?
We installed him as development chief.
What were you hoping that would do? Did you have hopes that this would do something?
Yeah, we hope he can lead us to develop our community.
After Bob Geldof was here, did you get any investment or any loans or any grants? Did any big money come to Bisseasse?
No. He said he will come so that he try and help us to build our market and our hospital.
Okay.
We have clinic.
But it hasn't happened yet?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. And so he asked people around here, did he ask them what, what they
We'll have
wanted?
a Deba.
Okay,
We'll have a Deba of the whole town.
You had a festival?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he said this.
Okay. And he said he would help you get the market and the hospital and anything else?
And cola plantation.
A cola plantation. He said he would help you get a plantation.
Yes. We went to the bush.
He went to the bush?
Yeah, we went to the bush.
Okay.
He assured us.
Oh, he assured you?
Yes, he assured us that he will help us build it more.
Yeah. We'll follow Frank. He's going to take us to the market to speak to a few people.
A population of about 27,000 people. Look at the market. Very serious.
Hello. Hello, I'm Kerry. And your name is?
Sophia.
We're making a film, Sophia, and we want to know about
What development you want in Bisease?
Oh, plenty development we need. Look at our markets. When the rains comes, we don't have anywhere to play to sit. When it is shining, we are sitting the shining. Catch and they say market
The chief has actually earmarked land for market. They want to get back to that place where they will have decent place to market their products, and that is what they need.
Where's the picture? Let me show you. Yeah. You know
it's my brother, Okofu Kwakurejam.
This guy. No. What is the main things they need? The women are selling the fish. What is their main need?
Whether rain or shine, this is where we sell our things, and we don't like this place, so we need a market where we can really sell our wares. Otherwise, we still be under this condition, so we need proper market.
And do you know Bob Geldof?
As it Brunina Oba was in Mpuntu. Okay. She knows him.
What does she think of him?
Okay. We were expecting him during our festival, the last festival, but he didn't actually turn up. He has brought nothing to this place.
Television come with Geldof to Bisease.
Yes.
Did they film him here?
Yes.
And when he was crown chief?
Yes.
Okay.
We have to take the vehicle so that
I'm going to see the site.
we are going to the site.
The town had big expectations of Bob Geldof's role as chief. They had even cleared land for the new market in anticipation of money coming in, only for the weeds to grow back. And so what are you planning here? Can you describe it to us?
One market, lorry park.
So are you talking like a big covered building?
Yes.
Where all the market traders,
They will all come down here.
they'll all come down here?
Yeah. So that the lorry park will come to the road.
Okay, so the lorry park will be
Yeah.
right over this.
Over this, and the market will go to there. The area is 4.5 acres.
Oh right, it's quite big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the road to Kumasi.
This road,
So
it
you're
goes to
talking,
Kumasi.
Right, so you're talking about lorries coming with produce.
Produce from all the villages.
What, to all the villages that come down from that they come here.
Then they sell for market. Go away.
So the idea is for Bisease to become like a market town and a sort of centre in the area.
Yes, centre.
And then people come everywhere.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why we cleared the area. The area was a bamboo area, so we cleared the whole area.
How did you clear it? Did you get tractors in to clear it?
Yes, we had tractors.
Yeah,
And we
you
paid
hired
for-
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And when was that? When did you get that done?
Where?
When did you clear it?
About
6 months.
It's over 6 months.
It's more than 6 months.
After Geldof came?
Seven. Yeah, after Geldof. About 7 months.
After Geldof, you
Yeah.
got that cleared.
Yeah. Then we
But
cleared.
no development money's
No
come.
development. So the place is getting weedy again.
Yeah.
Because of the market, we drag a road here.
From the town.
From the town, if you come this area, this is the town.
Okay.
Yes. This is the town.
So you're creating a new
Clear here, we make a road to
straight to the market.
the market instead of passing a very long way.
Yeah. That sounds sense. Cool.
So we clear also this. We had a bulldozer clear the whole place because of lack of money. The place is getting worse again.
It's going back.
Yes, it's going bad because of the drainage.
Yeah.
Road.
Did Bob Geldof say when you would get this development, when you would get the market, the tractors, the machinery, the renovation on the hospital? Did he say when?
He promised, but no date was given.
So what were you expecting?
We were expecting him during our festival, August, but he didn't turn up.
So do you think he's still going to deliver on these promises?
Yes, we know. We know he will fulfill the promise.
Ghana! Hey! When we returned to the UK, we wrote to Bob Geldof to ask him his intentions, as we promised we would. After writing, emailing and numerous calls, we eventually got through to his PA, but he declined to comment.
My function as a chief of Bisease is to look after the town. I'm the paramount of the town. We have about 27 villages under me. So I've got about 27 chiefs, including the sub-chiefs in the town itself, about 9 of them. How I got to know Sir Bob Geldof, it was through some delegation that came here on March 2003. So when they were coming in the second time, they told me this time they are coming with Sir Bob Geldof. In fact, I was very impressed because to come with a big man like that, it was unbelievable. I was the person who convinced the elders and the chief, the sub-chief, that he's a very influential person. He's somebody I've heard of his name for a long time. He has done a lot for Africa, especially Ethiopia in 1985. So he's somebody that if he becomes a development chief in our town, in fact, he can help us, he can deliver. So I asked them if he will accept to become the development chief. It's a custom that when we are installing a chief, we make a durbar for the whole town to see the type of chief that we are going to install him. So we did it. I even went to extent of asking permission for the school children to break that day so that they can all witness the event. So they all came. I presented him to the whole town and I gave an address and tell them that this is the man that, fortunate for us, we've got, his name is Sir Bob Geldof from the United Kingdom. He's a very influential person. He has been helping Africa a lot. So we are damn lucky to have such person as a development chief. He told us that he has accepted the position that we've given it to him and he will do his best to have.
Bob Geldof and his team came to Bisease. They said they've not seen kola nut before, but they knew kola nut is being used to produce Coca-Cola. So we went them with a bush and showed them a plantation of kola nut. And secondly, they said they haven't seen even cocoa. We showed them too. When we went to the bush and showed them the plantation at a small scale, he asked us whether if we can extend it. And we informed him that we don't have money to do that. So he promised to finance us and even inform us he will construct a road because the road is not good and bring us machinery to use to extend the plantation so that Coca-Cola will come to our aid so that we also get money from there.
After the installment. We came back to the house in the evening, and I told him his responsibility. So he's aware of what he's supposed to do. Sir Bob Geldof hasn't done anything. Since we installed him as the chief of this town, we haven't even heard of him anymore. I mean, if somebody makes you a development chief, the development itself answers the question, right? So he knew very well that it's to help, he's to organize to help the town. Personally, I feel very bad that if he doesn't want that position, he should have tell us that he can do it, right? So that we can find suitable person for that position, because that position is a very, very serious position. If we give it to you, you must perform, right? So at the moment, all the town people is worrying me, asking about him every day, but we don't hear from him. The 3 years I've spoke to him once. There was a time that I went to London myself. So when I went, I called him and we chat. And he told me he would come and pick me from where I'm staying to his house to even show me the video that they gathered over here, and so that we can talk about issues more. I waited, he didn't come. He didn't show up. I've never heard of him anymore. In fact, I always try to defend Sir Bob Geldof, telling them he's a very, very busy person in London. So I always try to cool them down, you know, that he's not somebody who can, disappoint us. He will definitely when they come, but maybe it's due to his busy schedules. So they shouldn't be worried. I will try to get in touch with him so that we can speak personally.
When Nana came from London, he told us a book with our image is being sold at London.
And I went to W.H. Smith. I was looking for a particular book. When I was going around, I saw Bob Geldof in Africa. So in fact, I was very happy. And I took one of the books. I glanced through and I saw my picture and the group picture that we took here in it. But he didn't send us anything of this nature. We didn't even know we are going to be booked to be sold in London. It's £16 a copy. I asked £16 a copy, but I haven't got one at the moment. I didn't buy one, but next time I go, I make sure that I buy one with my own money.
Sir Bob Geldof is a development chief in this community, but he has given us no money. Yet we need development. But he is using our image in London to get money for himself.
Always, before we would distill a non-performant chief, we call him to the palace, ask the reason why he don't want to be the chief. There are so many questions that he's supposed to answer. So at the moment that we've put him there as the development chief in Koswahine, we cannot distill him straightforward until we ask him some personal questions. If I meet Sir Bob Geldof personally, I will tell him, sir, why have you disappointed us? Because he knew very well that this position of this nature is not easy to be given to anybody. So if you've been offered a position of this nature, you have to tell us whether you will do it or you won't do it, right? So that we can give it to someone else. You accepted it. We did the Durbar in your honor. We put you on the stool 3 times. Means you accept. You also gave us an acceptance speech. I want to meet him personally and ask him personally, do you still want to occupy the seat as a development chief? Yes or no?
Ghana! Hey! Ye fitu abadom be capital town e chini chini. Banko kumasito be goti Congress.
Professor Sawyer, can I just ask you, what do you think of Bob Geldof?
Great music.
Ye fitu abadom be capital town e chini chini. Banko kumasito be goti Congress. Ye fitu abadom be capital town e